Boss, to plane, to plane. I don't know about this movie. I hear it's pretty plain. Grant, you're not funny, I know. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising and Popping with Grant, everybody. Today we're talking about another movie. His movies and TV is what we do here, and that movie is Plane. Plane. Plane is directed by, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, sir, Jean-Francois Richet? I hope I'm saying that name correctly. Who, let me see what your previous work is, my good sir. Nothing I recognize. Oh, except Assault on Precinct 13, okay, and Bloodfather. Okay, those are good movies. Makes some sense, actually. So, Plane, what is the film about? Well, and who else is involved? Well, Gerard Butler, as I like to call him, Gerard Butler, plays Captain Brodie Torrance. He is a pilot on and a captain on sort of a third-tier airline after being caught in a really bad storm that he tries and fails to go over on a very particular flight. He is he's caught in the storm, and along with everything else, he also is doing his first prisoner transport. He's doing his first ever prisoner transport for a seemingly violent criminal named Louis Gaspar. He is played by Mike Coulter, and is dealing with the various struggles of being a pilot, dealing with passengers when caught in this storm. He has to make a forced landing on this strange sort of East Asian island. I believe it's East Asia. Or it's around the Philippines. It's an island that is run entirely by separatists. While trying to survive and trying to get back home, they now also deal with radical separatists who want to who take all the passengers hostage and want to keep them from getting home. Can Brodie Torrance not only get back home to his daughter, but get himself and his passengers home safely and in one piece? Could the perfect partner in crime be this mysterious gentleman named Mr. Gaspar? And did he or did he not really kill that guy 15 years ago? And are his skills going to be needed, basically? Let the action mayhem begin. So, that was kind of lopsided. Sorry about that. So, Plane is a movie. First things first, before we begin, let's say one thing that is for certain wrong with this movie. The title. That is the most generic title I think I've ever heard for a movie. It is so bad. But, Plane, the title, it may be a bad title, but Plane the movie is not bad at all. In fact, I kind of liked it. Now, look, is this a familiar film? Absolutely. If you've seen any action movie, particularly the kind that Jerry Bruckheimer made in the 90s, especially Con Air, you know exactly where this is going. It's not exactly like Con Air, but if you've seen that type of film, you know exactly what this movie is. Or for that matter, if you've seen any Gerard Butler movie. Gerard Butler is a guy I like a lot, but he's had sort of an up and down career. For every 300, there's a Gods of Egypt. For every Olympus Has Fallen, there's a London Has Fallen. For every Greenland, there's a Playing for Keeps. So the guy takes his good with his bad, you know what I mean? Like, he has some good movies and he has a lot of bad movies. This is one of the good ones. This is one of the good films. And what I like about it is that, yes, it's meat and potatoes. Yes, you know exactly where it's going. But the movie is smart in that it never really gives you a time to sort of be bored with it. It's always on the move. It's always pacey. It's always kind of going for it. There's about 15 minutes at the beginning to kind of establish rooting interest in Captain Torrance. We know he has a daughter. We know he has a dead wife. And then from there, once that storm hits, it is all action all the time until the end. And it never slows down. It never really gives you any time to sort of sit there and go and think about some logistical things. It never gives you time to ever become, there's never a lull in the story. And it's about an hour and 45 minutes. It moves really well. and it's over relatively quickly. And man, I'm praising this movie, aren't I? But what I'm saying is, like, that's good for an action movie to actually give the characters some stake at the beginning and actually make the villains menacing, but never letting that get in the way of the action and the story proper. So you're always kind of at this level of tension and grit. And, like, we see these characters, they are actually, like, chopping people's heads off. Like, these people don't have remorse. And so you do, the characters anyway, the villains of the movie. Now, that does lead me, though, to one of my bigger, more base level problem with Plane is that the Asian bashing in this is kind of unforgivable. I understand that maybe separatist groups like this exist, but do we always have to have the villains in every one of these movies be someone who is not a white person all the time? Like, I understand that that's sort of the 90s action movie thing, but it's not the 90s anymore. So I do find it's not as, but I will say this, it's not as egregious or as, like, downright racist as something like London Has Fallen, like that, go back to Fuckheadistan, that part. There's none of that here. That bullshit. I didn't like London Has Fallen for that reason. This movie, though, it and they do have characters who are non-white characters who are, heroic, noble characters throughout the cast of this movie. But my issue is that, yeah, that was my biggest issue, is I just feel like it's such a stupid, that's such a stupid thing to throw back to. That's something that does need to progress a little bit from the old action movies. Other than that, however, I actually kind of had fun with Plane. I was really shocked. It's a turn off your brain kind of movie. It's absolutely junk food, but sometimes you want the junk food. You don't want the fancy meal. You just want a Big Mac. This is a Big Mac, but it's a very, very well prepared one. I guess that's it. And you know what? I think it's worth walking 2 blocks for, and that's what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give Plane 4 out of 5 stars. I still hate the title, though. But yeah, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars, just because it delivered exactly what it said on the tin. It was a fun time. It kept the tension up, and the action was well done. And the way they used the plane in the action was creative. I'm not going to say what it is, but you'll know it in the movie when you see it. It's a very cool scene. Yeah, it was a fun time. I enjoyed it. Nothing substantial, but I liked it. Anyway, yeah, Plane, 4 out of 5 stars for Plane. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Alright, let's talk some trailer trash. Oh yeah, let me find where we are. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Looks good. Can't wait for it. 65. Talked about it. Looks good. Champions. Talked about it. Looks good. Again, I love the McConaughey joke. 80 for Brady. Talked about it. Looks good. We're actually going to get to see that a little bit early. I'm going on February 1st. Knock at the Cabin. Looks good, but again, I'm preparing my expectations. Jesus Revolution. I don't know about it, but who knows? It might be good. John Wick Chapter 4. Looks awesome. Cannot wait for it. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. Alright. That is it. We will be back this weekend some more. I have a couple extra reviews I didn't realize were coming out this soon for the comedy The Drop on Hulu, as well as the new slasher film Sick on Peacock. We will have reviews of both of those. And next week we'll have reviews of Missing, as well as That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, the movie Scarlet Bond. And more to come, including my Sundance video, our best and worst streams, as well as reviews of Infinity Pool and Shotgun Wedding. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisedOnPopcorn with Grant. Twitter, I'm Matt Raised Grant. You can find me on Facebook, Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, I'm all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Leave a comment even if you say, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Plane? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, We're all raised on popcorn. Make my mouth extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.